What happens when the void pulls in everything it touches, leaving nothing behind? Welcome to Sandy's Timeline. Today, we're diving into the 2025 movie Thunderbolts. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started. The movie opens in Malaysia, where Yelena Belova, a skilled assassin, is sent on a mission to destroy a laboratory under orders from CIA Director Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Valentina is determined to erase any trace of her connection to the OXE Group's top-secret Sentry superhuman project. Despite her deadly precision, it's clear that Yelena is unfulfilled. She describes her life as a void, a deep, dark emptiness she's carried ever since the loss of her sister. Meanwhile, we're introduced to Valentina de Fontaine, who's facing a heated congressional hearing and the looming threat of impeachment over her involvement with OXE. Her research is shrouded in controversy, rumored to involve human experimentation in the pursuit of creating the next great hero. Valentina, however, stands her ground. She reassures Congress that her work is meant to protect humanity, especially now that the Avengers are no longer around to step in when danger strikes. Calm and collected, she even welcomes further investigation, firmly maintaining her innocence. To cover her tracks, Valentina sends Yelena to one of OXE's most secretive facilities, a vault buried a mile deep within a mountain. She warns that an infiltrator is already attempting to breach the site, but with Yelena's biometrics now added to the system, entry will be effortless, and she has full authorization to eliminate the intruder. What Yelena doesn't know is that Valentina has also dispatched John Walker, Ava Starr, and Antonia Dreykov, each with their own orders and targets. Walker is hunting Yelena, Yelena is hunting Ava, Ava is after Antonia, and Antonia is after Walker. In a twisted move, Valentina has set her own operatives against one another, ensuring they'll wipe each other out, erasing anyone who could connect her to the OXE project. In the chaos that follows, Ava kills Antonia, while an amnesiac man named Bob is released from a suspended animation pod in the room. As he attempts to flee, the doors seal shut, trapping them inside. They soon realize Valentina sent them here to be incinerated, along with any evidence of her crimes. While John confronts Bob, Ava tries to leave, but is stopped by a disturbing, high-frequency vibration that incapacitates her. Moments later, the vault initiates a 2-minute countdown, triggering the incinerators that will engulf the entire room in flames. Forced to work together, the group tracks the source of the sound barrier, destroys its power supply, and manages to unlock the door just seconds before the vault erupts. Amid the explosion, Yelena and Bob clasp hands, an unexpected connection that triggers a haunting vision in Yelena's mind, the most painful memory of her life, the moment that led to her friend's death. Their second escape route is a narrow vertical tube leading to the surface. John attempts to fly up, but the shaft is so deep that he loses momentum and falls back. With Bob's quick thinking, the four form a human chain, backs pressed together and feet bracing against the walls, inching their way upward. When they finally spot the exit hatch, John, positioned closest, makes the split-second decision to lunge for the door. The sudden shift causes the group to lose balance. Ava clings to Yelena, and Yelena grips Bob to keep from falling. John manages to secure the hatch and hauls everyone up. But as he pulls Bob to safety, John is hit by a haunting vision of the moment his wife walked out of his life. Valentina soon learns that the group has survived, and that Bob, long presumed dead, was once a volunteer in the Sentry trials. When she arrives at the site, Bob creates a diversion, drawing heavy enemy fire to give Yelena, Walker, and Ava the chance to escape. Miraculously unharmed by the barrage of bullets, Bob suddenly loses control, ascending violently into the air before crashing back into the compound with a massive eruption. In the aftermath, he's captured and transported to the former Avengers Tower in Manhattan, now ominously renamed the Watchtower. Valentina intends to introduce Bob to the press as a super-powered protector akin to the Avengers, hoping the PR stunt will avert her impeachment. Meanwhile, Yelena's father figure Alexei Shostakov, who had overheard details of Valentina's plot while working as a freelance chauffeur, rescues Yelena, Walker, and Ava. Alexei refers to the group as the Thunderbolts, in reference to Yelena's childhood soccer team. Congressman Bucky Barnes is tipped off about what has happened by Valentina's assistant Mel. He captures the Thunderbolts and intends to have them testify in the impeachment proceedings. When Mel expresses concern about Bob, Barnes takes the group to New York City to infiltrate the Watchtower. The Thunderbolts discover that Valentina has convinced Bob to join her and become the superhero Sentry. Bob easily overpowers the Thunderbolts, but he ignores Valentina's order to kill them. He allows them to retreat because he does not see them as a threat. Developing a godlike delusion of superiority, Bob turns on Valentina and is stopped by Mel using a fail-safe kill switch. This triggers the emergence of the Void, Bob's destructive alter ego, and the embodiment of his depression and insecurities, which the Sentry procedure has amplified. The Void begins to engulf New York City in supernatural darkness, trapping its citizens in visions of their own traumatic memories. Realizing that the only way to stop the Void is from within, Yelena enters the darkness to reach Bob's consciousness. She faces her haunted past as a Black Widow and finds Bob hiding in a recreation of his childhood bedroom where he hid from his father's abuse. The other Thunderbolts join them, and together they face off with Bob's various traumas and drug addiction until they reach his memory of the Sentry procedure in the Malaysia laboratory. They find the Void and are swiftly overpowered. Bob's attempts to fight back threaten to consume him completely, until the Thunderbolts hug Bob and affirm their belief in him, which empowers Bob to regain control and overcome the Void. Light returns to the city and the victims are freed. With the threat of the Void neutralized, the Thunderbolts prepare to apprehend DeFontaine. She manipulates public perception by staging a press conference in which she introduces them to the public as the new Avengers and takes credit for their actions. The group go along with the announcement, but Yelena quietly tells DeFontaine, "We own you now." In a post-credit scene set 14 months later, the new Avengers and Bob discuss a growing feud with Sam Wilson, who has his own Avengers team and is suing the new Avengers for trademark infringement. There is also an ongoing problem in outer space, and the group are interrupted when the Watchtower detects the arrival of an extra-dimensional spacecraft that has a large 4 emblem on the side. But with Valentina still pulling the strings and a mysterious 4 on the horizon, the Thunderbolts story is far from over. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss what's next on Sandy's Timeline. Until then, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.